Hey, welcome back. Dan was about to drop some nasty knowledge on me about taste.
Well, here's the thing. Like, I have not read this book in many, many years, so I may get the exact facts wrong. Apologies. Feel free to correct me in the comments if I'm wrong on this, because I know you will.
We would never dare.
Fast Food Nation was the book that originally got me to stop eating fast food many years ago. It's overflowing! And one of the things it talked about in there was this idea that the freeze drying process that whoa!
God, I love them.
The freeze drying process that processed food goes through for shipping, like they have to freeze it so it doesn't get all kinds of grossness, robs it of its taste. So they have to reapply a taste to it once it gets to its destinations. And so there is a company, I believe they have a thing on the Jersey Turnpike. I can't remember the name of it. But essentially...
MSG?
No. Essentially, the idea is that, like, your senses, you have your olfactory senses, right?
Yeah.
That's where your smell and taste meet. Your taste can only detect the basic, like, sweet, bitter, sour, salty, and umami. Everything else that we think of as taste is actually the way things smell, and then our brain assigns a taste to it based on how it smells. So what this company does is it takes the frozen food and applies like perfumes to it, and that gives what we think of taste to processed food. Isn't that weird?
Okay.
And gross?
Why is that gross?
I don't know. It just, like, you eat a McDonald's burger and you think like...
Well, McDonald's is gross. That's where you're going wrong.
Well, I mean, or you eat any burger that's always frozen, never fresh. and like...
Right.
And
you're speaking my language, Dan.
Yeah, and you think like, okay, like, this is what a cow tastes like. But it's not what that cow tasted like. You're just tasting the consistency and then like a perfume, a cow perfume that was applied to it in a factory.
Right.
That's weird to me.
Yeah.
Also, that burger probably wasn't one cow. It was as many as, what was it? Like, I think McDonald's was as many as like 500 different cows, like mashed into a cow milkshake and made into patties.
Cow milkshake.
Forgive me if I'm getting the details wrong. I read this book like 15 years ago. But, yeah, that blew my mind, and I was like, I immediately like lost my taste for fast food.
It's just bad for you. That's why I don't eat it.
There's also
much.
that.
I only eat Wendy's and sometimes Taco Bell.
Yeah, it's bad for a lot of reasons. Like the business side of it is fucked up, and like there's, oh God, again, don't quote me on all of this as fact because I might get the details twisted up, but like I believe I remember reading that McDonald's as a corporation is two different companies. It's the restaurant business and the real estate business.
Oh yeah.
And so what they do is they create their McDonald's franchises, like each individual McDonald's, and they set up the business in such a way that like the person who runs the business and owns that particular McDonald's, they take on all the risk. They have to pay the McDonald's, the corporation, a certain amount every month. Oh, that's not good. You're in the pudding.
Yeah. Deep.
They have to pay McDonald's like essentially rent, you know?
Yeah.
And so the company can't lose. Like even if that franchisee goes out of business, he's just going to be destitute, and McDonald's will just install another guy to get in there and run that place.
Right.
But like they get paid before anyone else gets paid. Which, yeah. I mean, I guess you can say is capitalism and, like, it's their right and everything, but it's still kind of fucked up. Right?
Well, yeah, I mean, if you, as a business owner, are getting into that business, like, I'm sure you know that risk.
Oh, yeah, you know the risks, for sure.
I don't know. I mean, obviously, I'm not a huge McDonald's fan to begin with.
Right.
But, yeah, when it's stuff that's, like, you're bringing upon yourself, it's not really... But I'm sure there's stuff where like they promised something and then they didn't deliver or something. Like that.
I'm sure there's millions of cases like that. Like I'm just always a fan of like the little mom and pop operations more than, you know, giant companies. Which is why we'll soon be franchising into GG Incorporated and abusing the shit out of our underlings.